Hi everybody, it's Jen in Canada. It is Thursday, October 22nd, I think. And I just wanted to share with you something that I just got in the mail. An unboxing of Amazon. So, some things I order as a subscription these days of snacky stuff. Because I never know when I'm going to go to the store. And my kids still have to eat lunch and they still have to have snack. And some things are just the same price as the store, or cheaper, or just a little bit more. But if I can get it delivered, then that's saving me time and money going to the store. So, what we got, I'll tell you what I got. So, some things were subscription, some things were add-on things. So some things like, for example, I got 4 of these rice cakes. They were $1.99. See, they're not broken or anything. Well, one is, but they're perfectly fine. You see there? I got 4 of these, and they were $1.99. No, not $1.99. Those were $1.50. So there was 2 for $3. So that's the price I pay at the dollar store. Cheaper than the grocery store. The grocery store, they're $1.99. These pasty passion flake, I got the apple raspberry. I got 2 of these. I would have only got 1, but it was a minimum of order 2, and they were $2 even. I decided to try this Italian, it's all bubble wrap, Rio tuna. It's with chili, with Italian chili. 3 tins. It was $5. That exact can of tuna at the store is $3 each. So that was cheaper. Now, normal tuna, I have not been able to get a can of tuna for $1 or less at the stores near me. Like, this is the cheap stuff. For a long time. Like, even the dollar store, the tuna is $1.25. So that's more of a fancy tuna. So I figured as a little treat, it's not something we normally get, but it's something we ordered. These gummy peach rings, decided to try them. Lady Sarah, they were only $1. So I'm like, that's cheaper than the dollar store, because this these bags are $1.25. And got 2 bags of bugles. They are, they were $1.99, which is the same price as I pay in the store. And then the reason why I started all this one was the Go Squeeze. My daughter doesn't like the banana ones, but I do. They taste like banana. But this was normally $7.99 or $8.99, and I got it for $5.99. So there is 16 pouches. So for me, anything to have that as being 50 cents or less is my go-to price. So each pouch being 50 cents or less. So at $8, that's my buy price minimum. Like, that's the maximum I want to pay. So $5.98 or whatever is it. And then I decided to try, there's a package of 4 of these little cell phone cases, holders to sit a cell phone just on an angle on a table and stuff like that. So we could watch, if I was watching something, I don't have to kind of prop it up or maybe use it for videos or whatever. But this package of 4, it was cheaper to buy a package of 4 than to buy the package of 2 or 1. Like, 1 was like $7. A package of 4 was $8. Package of 2 was $8. I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. So I figured I'd get 4. 1 for me and my daughters, 1 for my husband if he wants it, or I'll give it to a friend of mine. I mean, it's the same price, one way or another, right? But basically, I got that just to kind of add on to the order, and that is what we got here. So this is like non-perishable stuff, not necessarily extremely healthy, but not healthy. Like, the bugles are like corn chips, and Actually, the bugles are even, they're gluten-free too. But the rice cakes, the rice crackers, they're gluten-free. My family likes them. Abby likes them with tuna, with sardines, with anything. And the tuna's healthy. These are not healthy. They're specifically as a treat, as a dessert. I don't know how you guys have been dealing with COVID, but I've been finding that my family needs more snacks and more desserts. Usually we just have desserts on holidays and at my mother-in-law's place on Sunday supper. Maybe once during the week. Like basically when I would get groceries, I'd pick up like cranberry muffins or danishes or strudels or butter tarts as a go-to dessert for a couple days that week. Or for the following week, because I used to do it every 2 weeks. Now I never know when I do groceries. So this is a non-perishable dessert that on the weeks that I'm not doing groceries and I don't have the time or energy to make a dessert, we can grab one, a little flaky pastry. It's not crazy unhealthy. I mean, it's 240 calories, but it has some iron in there. It says 8% iron, so it's basically pastry. But it's a little something sweet, a little something special. Nothing crazy, but I've been finding that my family needs to have pockets of little something special throughout the week, especially during these pandemic times and this COVID times when nobody besides myself is leaving the house, other than my oldest daughter who's doing placements at a nursing home where she has to wear full PPE and she wears her scrubs and gloves and Purells and masks and everything like that. I'm the only one leaving the house. On the weekends, on Sundays, we are going to see my mother-in-law. Now, our bubble has been combined. My mother-in-law is living with my sister-in-law. So it's still only 7 people. Well, 8 people. Yeah, 8 people. So still under 10. And that's our bubble. So my family leaves the house for 4 hours on Sunday. And that's about it. Unless there's doctor's appointments. So with day in and day out, and the concept of time just seems to be passing, and without any knowledge of what day it is sometimes, it's nice to have a little treat. So I mean, I pick up chips, I pick up popcorn to make popcorn, I pick up things to bake if I have the energy to do so, or if my kids have the energy to do so, because they like baking too, and it's fun. Gives them something to do. But then I also pick up things that are non-perishable, are shelf-stable, so that we can have something, but also things that are perishable, like the pastries that are fresh from the store. Like to support the grocery stores, like to support small businesses. And then once a week, we have been ordering takeout or something, so to support the local businesses, because you want to encourage everybody to try and buy local, because if we don't buy local now, in the next few months, those local places are going to go bye-bye, okay? Because they're struggling now. They are not making the profits they were. Some of them are not making a profit right now, or barely anything. So we have to try and support them. So if we can, anytime, go to the farmer's market and support the little businesses, or shop at the local little markets versus the big box stores. Still, even shopping at the big box stores, they're still employing our neighbors. So shop where you can. If you're in the States, shop American. If you're in Canada, try and shop Canadian. If you're in the UK, try and shop UK stuff, so that you can support your own country, but also support the stores that are employing, people in your country too. So, we just got to try and help one another so that we can all get through this at the end of it. I don't want to see people in way worse shape than they were before the pandemic to be in as bad shape or much worse after the pandemic. So those who were struggling before the pandemic are probably still struggling or struggling a bit more and probably will continue to struggle unless circumstances change. Those who were not struggling before the pandemic might be struggling now. So check up on your friends, check up on your neighbors, check on your family, because a lot of people are prideful and don't like to ask for help. But if you can offer help where you can, it is the best thing you could do. So we can all help one another be as healthy and as supportive as we can, so that we can all get through this without, being in such bad shape. Okay? Hopefully at the end of this, we'll all be much healthier and happier at the end of this, because we'll be used to being by ourselves, and we'll be much more appreciative of our freedoms and liberties that we have had, that we've taken for granted for years. I mean, some countries are always like in this lockdown because of their regime, their governments and stuff like that. So, us having this type of freedom, and even during the pandemic and the lockdown, we still have lots of freedom. We can still order takeout. We can't sit down in a restaurant, but they have some have patios. But it's October in Canada, so not a lot of warm evenings. It's right now fine, but once it gets dark, it gets cold. So, and that's about it. So, thanks for watching. I'm glad I'm doing videos again. And I was in a funk. I was in a bit of depression state. My anxiety has been going through the roof. So I just wanted to share that with you, and just to know that I'm there with you, just like everybody else. So please like, share, and subscribe. And let's all get through this together. Okay? And make sure you get your own snacks and treats any way you can. Bye.